Hey everybody, it's Eric from epautos.com, your libertarian car guy, driving this 25 Volkswagen Tiguan, which Volkswagen has heavily updated. I've already posted a video about the amenities, including the massaging seats and the higher zoot-looking interior. I wanted to see if I can show you the one thing about it that's kind of disappointing, which is the power. The engine is the same 2-liter 4, and it's been upgraded to 201 horsepower. And in ordinary driving conditions, it's perfectly adequate, but I'm going to try to show you here that when you try to pass somebody, here I go, ready? Okay, I just floored it, it's lagged, and eventually I got around that guy. I mean, it's okay, but it's a little on the marginal side for a vehicle that now has a price on the higher for the higher trims. That's, you know, in the $40,000 range. It takes about 8 seconds for this thing to get to 60. And interestingly, the Taos, which is the slightly smaller crossover that Volkswagen also sells, which has a little bit less horsepower, I think 174, also gets to 60 in about 8 seconds. And as I mentioned in my last video about the Tiggy, it seems to me that the clear intent with the update for 25 on Volkswagen's part was to put some more separation between the Tiggy and the Taos, because the Taos was kind of eating into the Tiggy's sales, because here you had two small Volkswagen crossovers. The Taos is a little smaller, but, you know, still roughly compact-sized crossovers. And the Taos was just a better bargain, you know, in that it was a very similar crossover, had comparable interior space, comparable performance, and all of that sort of stuff. So Volkswagen fixed pretty much everything except the power. Now, I will say that it looks like come 26, they're going to offer a turbo R-Line version, which is going to have substantially more power. I'm guessing it's probably going to be in the 240-ish horsepower range, because that's what the current GTI has, and there's a lot of commonality in terms of the underlying stuff with the Tiguan and the GTI platform. So that will certainly improve the 0 to 60 time and the passing performance and all of that. However, I imagine they're going to only offer that in the more expensive R-Line trims, and it's going to end up costing substantially more. I would have liked to see Volkswagen figure out a way to put around 220 horsepower as the standard engine in this thing. Either that or reduce the curb weight. Now, the 25 is slightly less heavy than the outgoing model, but still about 2 tons. It's very close to 4,000 pounds as it sits, and I was kind of startled to find that the Taos, which is only slightly smaller, weighs about 3,300 pounds. So this thing weighs about 700 pounds more. That's a lot of weight. I mean, that's equivalent to a fully dressed cast iron Pontiac V8, like the one that's in my Trans Am. So you can imagine the effect on performance of putting something that heavy, let's say, in the cargo area of your vehicle, and then doing the 0 to 60 run. So that's really my only major complaint about this little Volkswagen. Very appealing otherwise. They've done a very nice job of it. It's a very classy looking and feeling vehicle. Just needs a little bit more power. If you're interested in more, I've got my full-length review up at epautos.com. And here we go, got another opportunity to pass somebody, a guy in an old truck. He's just kind of getting going here. Let's see what we got. Are we going to have a chance to get around him? I'm hoping we will. Hoping we will. And yep, here we go again. So I just punched it. There's kind of a lag before the turbo boots up, and then we get around him just like that. And again, it's okay. Well, enough of that. More over at epautos.com, the web's best libertarian gearhead site. Thanks as always for viewing, and we'll have more for you again soon.